firestorm in terms of the, as he stated, the way the board's projection of itself was. And I want to say again publicly that I really wish that we had gone another way during that time, because I don't think we would have been in this place, because he was talking about, you know, the students were strongly being moved up in the system, as well as African history and a lot of positive things, and we just sort of went backwards a little bit after that, even though we thought we were going forward. So I do like to ask that y'all give Dr. Jerome Harris a big round of applause. And also what I was just thinking too, when he handed me the Know Your Family piece earlier before the meeting, I said that my first thing I said was education. And all of a sudden what I saw was a narrow view of who we were in terms of the different committees we have. Because when we think of education, somebody thinking all that Dr. Harris should be talking about would be the school board. But in reality, what he's talking about is how do we educate our families? How do we educate ourselves about what we eat? And so with that, I would like to say that I also will shift my dynamics in terms of who I am in terms of political committee, because there are many things that are not dealing with elected officials that are very political, that are happening in our community that need to be addressed. So when you see me shift, it's because I follow leadership. But sometimes you have to shift. Is he right? Is that right? Okay. I am very honored today to moderate this forum. It is one of the most distinguished panels that I have seen in a long time. Some of the questions. Okay. Some of the questions that I was going to ask, I must admit you sort of answered some of them in the introduction. I understand that Mr. Jeter does have to leave, so I would like to start off by asking each person for a 1 minute, and the timekeeper for this forum will be Honorable Reverend Alfred E. Love. And so I would like to ask for 1 minute introduction, opening statements on yourself. Sorry, Mr. Jeter.
Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Jeter. I'm a candidate for the school board.
Speak to the microphone.
I'll speak up.
You can't hear you.
I'm a father of two, and my wonderful wife and I will be celebrating 25 years of marriage October 25th. We're crazy excited about it. And we're also excited about the ending of this race. It's been a long race, and I've made some great friends on this panel. And I've come to see things a little bit different. This is a big job and a huge task. So one thing that I ask of anybody that lives in District 2 or surrounding Atlanta, please come out and vote. And if you can't vote, then call somebody and tell them to vote. Because we have 40,000 registered voters, and they're expecting 6,000 voters to make the difference and decide on which one of us candidates will be the next school board representative. It's important that we make a showing and let people know how important it is. It's not by mistake that they put a liquor license bill on the ballot.
Good morning. I'm DeWanda Farmer. I am a business owner and a resident of the Mechanicsville neighborhood. I write grants and I do program development. I do new business startup. So my daily work is around helping people to accomplish their goals or their dreams, or to lift up low-income communities. There's a placard for me on each of your tables, which will give you a synopsis of some of the work that I've done in communities, so I won't bore you with that here. What I'd like you to know about me is that I was raised in a small country town on a big old farm where everything we ate, we worked for. So I understand hard work. It's a way of life for me. And I've given myself to service since I was a little girl. My first project was starting a candy striper unit at the hospital in my small town that happily is still going on today, 25 years later. That just came out of 3 little young girls who were bored, and we couldn't find anything better to do but work.
All right.
First of all, giving honor to the Creator, the one who sustains and gives life. I also give honor to my ancestors, those who have come before me in this journey and this struggle in building a just society. My name is Angela Brown. I am a candidate for District 2 Board of Education. I'm excited about the fact that I have the honor and privilege to be in this race. One, because for over 20 years of my life, I've spent working directly with young people, mentoring as a community educator and youth organizer in building youth organizations all across the South that took place and started here in Atlanta with an organization called the Youth Task Force. And while that is exciting and I enjoy doing all of that work, what I realize is that the crisis that we're facing right now in education is going to require some transformative leadership. It's going to require someone who has known how to change educational systems in this country. I've done that and I'll continue to do that as your representative. Thank you.
When Reverend Love raises his hand, that means time, so I don't have to come back to the mic and say anything. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Byron Amos. I'm a candidate for the Atlanta Public Schools Board of Education District 2. I am an Atlanta native, a product of the Atlanta Public Schools, graduate of Booker T. Washington High School. I am a father. I am a husband. I actually have 3 kids that are in the system now. My platform of fiscal responsibility, addressing this $500 million budget that we have and to ensure that it is being spent correctly. The other platform of finding a superintendent that could create the correct curriculum and not the correct test to educate our kids. But most importantly, we have to strengthen parental involvement. As we demand quality teaching, we must demand quality parenting as well. So that is a platform I think we all can stand behind. I am excited to stand in the gap and to speak for our kids. Byron Amos, candidate for the Atlanta Public Schools Board of Education, District 2.
Quickly, what we're going to do, because we are concerned by clergy, my next question is, what church are you a member of, and what activities at the church do you participate in?
My membership has been in 2 different churches all of my life. Cosmopolitan AME Church and Eula Baptist Church, Reverend Cottrell. My mother and father always felt that it didn't matter what church you went to, the God that we serve saves people in all faiths and denominations. And if I'm going to go out and party on Saturday night, as long as I made it to church by Sunday morning, it was all right with my family. And that's how we proceed. Find a good church home and get in.
I'm DeWanda Farmer, and I'm a member of the Antioch Baptist Church North, where Reverend Cameron Madison Alexander is our faithful pastor of 41 years. I serve as the official hat lady at Antioch, and I've served on the Antioch Council of Entrepreneurs, chaired by Sister Barbara Alexander, and I have also served on the Pastor's Leadership Advisory Council. Angela Brown, I am an ordained minister of the United Church of Christ. I currently serve at First African Presbyterian Church in Lithonia, Georgia. I serve as an ordained elder as well in the Presbyterian congregation. I also serve as pastor through our Black Belt Initiative, which we've launched at First African, as a supply pastor to Northern Heights Presbyterian Church in Selma, Alabama. So I go down twice on the first and third Sundays in Selma, Alabama, and I return also on Sundays. It's myself, and I do it with another sister, Reverend Janice Randall.
Good morning. Being an Atlanta native and born and raised in Vine City, I've also had 2 church homes. One being First Thessalonian Baptist Church on Simpson Street, which is now Boone Boulevard. But now I actually serve as trustee at Beulah Baptist Church, where the W.L. Cottrell just retired as Emeritus. He's Emeritus pastor. Now we have an interim pastor, Riggins Earl. So I serve as trustee there at the church, where we conduct the official business of the church.
All right. What I'd like to do is to acknowledge that our leader has come in, the president of CBC, Reverend Carter. The next question is, what are the greatest needs and or unmet needs in District 2 as it relates to the children? I'm sorry, Ms. Amos.
The greatest need that we stand in right now is actually identifying where our children are academically. And we can tell, no matter it's from this cheating scandal, as they call it, or anything else, we have to be honest. Our school system lost the ability to educate our kids a long time ago. We have been teaching them to take tests. So the greatest needs is to just simply find out where we are academically, but most importantly, to ensure that we provide the services to meet our kids where they are and make them move forward.